Hey everybody, Jonah here. So I just figured something out, and it has to do with splitting locust posts. If you know anything about splitting green locust posts, you know it's pretty difficult to do. Locust is very stringy. It's hard to get it to split straight sometimes. But I was doing everything by hand with an axe and a mallet and a splitting wedge, and for the life of me I was trying to figure out how to do this easier because it was taking quite a while to split a post. And I was trying to figure out, I've got a wood splitter, my Troy built 27-ton wood splitter, and I was trying to figure out how I could get that to work in splitting these posts. And I finally figured something out, and I figured I'd share it with the world because it worked so well, at least on the last two posts that I did. I went and grabbed the camera and I thought, I gotta share this because that's just the way I am. If I figure something out, I like to tell everybody about it. So what I do is I take the chainsaw, and you got to be careful when you're doing this, but just make a cut on the end, about a foot or so. Just cut into the wood, into the grain, and I do that on both sides just to get the split going when I go to split this, and it'll split hopefully right down the middle of the log. This one did it, and it worked out pretty good. Now this tree that I'm working on here was actually a forked tree, so it had two trees into one part of the stump here. So this is the base of the tree down here, and the trees grew together till right here. And I knew it was going to be hard to split this because it's a harder piece of wood and it's gnarly and twisted and the grain is all messed up. So I figured if I could split it first, and I couldn't hardly move it, I would have had to use my tractor and end loader to move it. So I just brought everything to the tree. But I got it set up here, and I was able to cut. I made like a plunge cut down into the tree here, and that gave it a kind of a release. So when I started splitting the wood from here, it got to here and opened it up pretty easy. I did have to make a couple of little cuts right in here, but for the most part it came right apart. So I'm gonna set up the wood splitter and split this tree, and hopefully you can get an idea of how it works here. So I'll do that real quick here, and I can do this in one take hopefully. So here we go. This one out of the way. Bring this one over. like that, one has been made into two. So there you have it. It can be done. You can split 8-foot locust posts with a Troy built or whatever you've got firewood, hydraulic firewood splitter. So that's going to make life a lot easier. So anyway, share, like, subscribe, thumbs up, all that good stuff.